Okay, picture this. A lawyer is in court, and they cite a case that, well, that never actually existed. Or maybe a key piece of video evidence turns out to be a total fake. Now, this isn't some sci-fi movie plot. This is a real danger in our courtrooms, right now, and it's all powered by AI. So the huge question is, how do you regulate a technology that can be both an incredible tool for justice and something that could completely undermine it? Well, one state thinks it has an answer.
And this is the razor's edge that lawmakers are walking. How do you welcome the future without completely wrecking the foundations of the legal system? In Illinois, they've just rolled out a brand new policy that gives us a really fascinating look at how we're all going to have to grapple with this. It might just be the blueprint for law and order in the age of AI.
And look, we're not talking about some far-off proposal. This is happening. On January 1st, 2025, artificial intelligence will be officially governed inside the Illinois court system. This move just completely shifts the debate from what if to what now. And you can bet other states are watching very, very closely.
So, what's their game plan? Well, Illinois isn't trying to just ban AI. I mean, that would be crazy, right? It would kill all the innovation and potential good it could do. But they're also not letting it be a technological Wild West. Instead, they're trying to carve out this carefully considered middle path, an approach designed to get the best of AI while keeping its biggest risks in check.
So what does this middle path actually look like? Well, it's basically a new rule book, a clear set of instructions for everyone, from the court clerks and the lawyers all the way up to the judges themselves. Let's dig into what it actually says. And here's where you see that perfect balancing act. Rule 1 says, yep, go ahead, you can use it. But then rules 2 and 3 come right in with the big flashing warning signs. They make it crystal clear. You, the human, are personally and professionally on the hook for whatever that AI spits out. You have to check its work, you have to confirm its facts, and all the old ethical rules still apply. Basically, AI is a tool, not a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Now, with rules that strict, you might be thinking, why even bother with this technology at all? And the answer is pretty simple. The potential upside is just huge. The hope here is that by carefully weaving AI into the system, we can actually build a smarter, more efficient, and, in the end, a more effective justice system for everybody. I mean, just imagine a huge financial fraud case. You've got millions of emails, transaction logs, you name it. And AI can tear through that digital mountain of evidence in hours, not months. It can spot these little hidden connections that a whole team of humans might just miss. And that could totally change the game when it comes to finding the truth buried in all that data. So the grand vision is to use this power to make our justice system not just quicker, but better. But it's also about making it more accessible. Think about someone trying to represent themselves in court. An AI tool could be a lifesaver, helping them draft a motion or just understand a really complicated legal process that was totally out of reach before.
Okay, but for all of that incredible promise, this technology brings along a whole new set of really scary digital dangers. We're talking about complex challenges the legal system is just now starting to face. Challenges where the very idea of what's true and what's not is up for grabs.
First, you've got this truly bizarre and honestly deeply troubling thing called AI hallucination. This is when an AI, with just complete and utter confidence, makes stuff up. It will cite legal cases that don't exist. It'll invent expert testimony out of thin air to support an argument. In a system built on facts and truth, this is a direct attack on its very foundation.
And then you have deep fakes. We're not just talking about fake text anymore. We're talking about fabricating reality itself. AI can now create incredibly lifelike video or audio of someone saying or doing something they absolutely never did. So the question becomes, how can a jury trust their own eyes and ears when the evidence might be a perfect, undetectable lie?
And this just shows you how much the system is already having to bend and adapt. We're literally heading toward a reality where, before a trial even kicks off, a judge might have to hold a whole separate hearing just to decide if a piece of video evidence is even real. That's a massive change from how we've handled evidence for, well, centuries. This gets at a really fundamental conflict. An AI's goal is efficiency. It's built to find patterns. But what if the historical data it's learning from is full of biases? And let's be honest, it almost always is. The AI will learn and repeat those biases. But the justice system's goal is fairness, and sometimes that means fighting against historical patterns to protect someone's rights. And that leads to what they call the black box problem. See, a lot of these advanced AI models are secret. They're proprietary. We can see the data that goes in and the answer that comes out, but how it got from A to B is a total mystery.
So if an AI tool says a defendant is a high risk to flee, how on earth is their lawyer supposed to challenge that? How do you cross-examine an algorithm? It's a huge problem for due process.
So you've got this amazing promise on one side and this massive peril on the other. What's the ultimate safeguard? The entire Illinois policy really boils down to one simple, essential idea. A human being has to be in charge, always, and that human is always responsible.
And this principle of human accountability, it's everywhere. It doesn't matter if AI is being used to analyze evidence, draft a legal motion, or help a judge with research, the bottom line is always the same, and it's always clear. A person, the lawyer, the judge, the court, has to check the work, take full responsibility for it, and make the final call. The buck never, ever stops with the machine.
If you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this. AI is a tool. It's an incredible tool, a powerful assistant, a fantastic research partner. But it is not the judge, it's not the jury, and it is not the final decision maker. It is a tool. That's it.
A legal analysis of this new policy really says it all, and I think this quote is just perfect. There's no legal safe harbor simply because AI was involved. You can't just stand up in front of a judge and say, "Whoops, the algorithm made a mistake." The court's answer is going to be quick and simple. No, you made the mistake. The responsibility stays human. And so that leaves us with the million-dollar question for the future. For right now, having a human double-check everything seems to be the solution. But as AI gets smarter and smarter and more woven into our legal system, can we really keep up? Can a human being really audit and challenge the decisions of a super intelligent machine? That is the challenge that's going to define the next chapter of justice.